is no limit to what he can be. Right now, I would put him on a par with at least 50% of the touring pros.
The year is 1991, and in this clip, you have a 15-year-old Tiger Woods' father, Earl Woods, making these claims about his son while he's playing in the US Junior Am. Now, looking back, we can all agree that Earl Woods was well warranted in making these claims. However, I just want you to think about if there was a 15-year-old playing in today's game and he had a father that was making the same claims. More than likely, we would probably call this father crazy.
That's what you guys say. What counts is what I say inside. And that's the only thing that counts, so I really don't worry anything about that.
Now, 6 years later, Tiger has successfully completed a three-peat of both the US Junior and US Amateur Championships. This means that he won 36 consecutive matches in order to do this.
And when that opportunity comes, it makes you feel special that you have a chance to win our nation's title, and that's just something I've always geared for. I geared for it in the junior because I was the level I was at, and amateur is where I'm at right now, and hopefully down the road the US Open will be the same for me too.
Now with 6 USGA titles under his belt, Tiger would begin his quest for the next title, the US Open. Tiger would go on to play his first US Open as a professional in 1997 at Congressional Golf Club, finishing in a tie for 19th place with scores of 74, 67, 73, and 72. Even with all the success that Tiger had had in his early career, he knew there was something missing and he needed to make a change to his swing in order to become more dominant, which is exactly what he did with Butch Harmon.
From a swing that we thought worked pretty good then, and we realized it wouldn't work good for longevity. And why don't you take them through what you've done?
Okay, let's see. We've changed my left-hand grip, made it a little bit weaker. We've, narrowed my stance a little bit, tried to get the club up a little earlier, keep the club head in front of my hands a little longer, going back, higher right arm. Then from there, round off the left arm, make it a little flatter at the top, left wrist,
That's right.
left arm up a little higher. Then from there, get the club down in front of me. From here, there I can arc it off with a little bit of a bow in my left hand to a nice short follow-through.
NBC Sports presents the National Championship of American Golf, conducted by the United States Golf Association. Today, it's final round coverage of the 98 US Open.
Tiger would be back in action in the 1998 US Open at Olympic Club. Although we can see clear improvements in his swing, Tiger ended up struggling on the greens and finishing tied for 18th with scores of 74, 72, 71, 73 for a 10 over par finish. Although this finish was probably a little bit frustrating for Tiger and him not having his best stuff on the greens, there was improvement from the year before by moving up one spot, and that build-up would lead us to the 1999 US Open.
NBC Sports and the United States Golf Association present a USGA National Championship. Today, it's the final round of the 99th US Open.
Entering the final round of the 1999 US Open, Tiger was finally in position to win his first US Open of his career. After hitting a solid opening tee shot that just barely found the rough, Tiger was able to hit a solid iron shot to within 3 feet and tap that in for birdie. Although he got off to a good start with a birdie, Tiger's front nine would end up being up and down, and he would end up shooting an even par going into the back nine, trailing by 3 shots. Unfortunately for Tiger, the story would be the same as the year before, and his putter would let him down on the back nine. Even with his shoddy putting, Tiger ended up finishing in a tie for third with Vijay Singh at this US Open, which was a clear improvement on the previous 2 years. His game was trending in the right direction, and he knew it.
We welcome you to Pebble Beach for this 100th US Open.
Tiger came into the US Open in 2000 with his game in impeccable shape. He got off to a hot start in the first round, hitting great shots and pin seeking, and even having commentators make statements like this.
I really do believe, I get this hunch that Tiger's going to break every US Open record this week and win by maybe a big margin.
Wow, Johnny, that's quite a statement.
That is quite the statement. And you may wonder how Tiger might respond by hitting shots like this. And this. And to finish it off.
And Tiger Woods is the 100th US Open champion in history.
The 100th US Open champion in history. But the first to capture the US Junior, US Amateur, and US Open. And still stands as the only one to do so to this day.